Hello and welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the 35th chapter of Grade 8 English Grammar. And our topic is Itinerary Writing. Well, have you ever planned a small picnic? It can be a school picnic or a family picnic. Or a short trip to the market or spending a day in the market. Well, at that moment, you have probably made a list of what to do, where to go, and listing all the things that you'll get from there, or all the things that you're going to do there. Well, that's called itinerary writing. That means making a list of what to do and when you're going to do, and making a list of what you're getting from there. We usually write itineraries while we are traveling, for our travelogues, or when we have a plan to spend a day at some place. It can be a visit to a monument, it can be a visit to a market. That's itinerary writing. Well, before the end of this lesson, you will be able to write a clear and detailed itinerary. First, let us understand what is an itinerary. We will discuss about travel itinerary. A travel itinerary is a schedule of events relating to planned travel, generally including destinations to be visited at specified times and means of transportation to move between those destinations. So, just imagine you're traveling to a new state or a new city. Well, you won't be aware of traveling in between or within that city or state because you don't live there. You don't know what are the modes of transportation you can use. And you're not fully aware of what all destinations you can see there, which all places you can visit there. And even if you know the places, you don't know the timings of their opening and closing. So just to plan the complete schedule properly, logically, in a flow so that your time is not wasted, we make a list of the destinations that can be visited, their specified times, the means of transportation so that you don't get confused and even you don't get lost in the city. So that's itinerary writing. There are few points which we need to know before or while writing an itinerary. Mention the dates clearly. Do not miss out on important details. For example, the places that you would like to visit or the important details like transportation. Sequence the events in a logical order. Like first morning, what I'm going to do. In the afternoon, where I'm going to eat. What am I going to do? Where am I going to have dinner? Because if you'll not plan all of these, then you will keep spending more money, and as well as you can also just starve throughout your picnic or throughout your outing. Because if you'll not plan where will I eat, what will I eat, and what all I have to experience. Then do not add extra information. Keep the information short and crisp. Check your spellings and grammar. Let us read one travelogue and then we will write an itinerary. They say that unplanned trips are the best because planned trips rarely happen. This is a famous saying. One such unexpected trip was my recent trip to Ooty. We found ourselves in Ooty at 11 a.m. on the morning of 26th October and were instantly blown away by the peaceful welcome that the city gave us. We checked into our hotel and straight away went to the Ayurveda Massage Center. There we enjoyed a relaxing massage followed by a steam bath. Then we had a traditional, delicious South Indian lunch. After resting for a while, we headed to the Ooty lake as we wanted to view the sunset and do some boating. It was mesmerizing and the water was pristine. After spending some time there, we headed back to the hotel to rest and have mouth-watering seafood as dinner. The next day, we headed out pretty late as we were exhausted from the previous day's travels. We had lunch at a nearby restaurant famous for its coconut-based delicacies and spent most of the day shopping for authentic spices, textiles, chocolates, and oils. We also bought South silk saris for my mother, which are famous there. The next day, which was also our last day in Ooty, we started the day by visiting the botanical garden, pine forest, and the Paikra Falls. It was a very good experience. Then we rushed back to the Coimbatore airport for our flight back home. It was a wonderful trip and a much needed break from our routine. Going to this place is highly recommended. So this is a travelogue someone has written when they have traveled to Ooty. So they state that it was an unplanned trip. What if this was a planned trip and an itinerary was created, or you just create an itinerary out of this trip? So, because the writer said that I arrived at Ooty at 11 a.m. in the morning on 26th October. So, while writing an itinerary, we'll write the date, we'll write the time, reached Ooty. What did the person do in the afternoon? So, you can write it beforehand. Afternoon, what are the plans for the afternoon? So in the afternoon, the person went to the Ayurveda massage center for steam bath. So while writing an itinerary, we do not include the unnecessary details. For example, we were blown away by the peaceful welcome the city gave us. We enjoyed a relaxing massage, and then we were astonished by the beauty of the hotel. So we do not include such details, but very crisp details such as 11 a.m. 26th October arrival, reached Ooty, then afternoon Ayurveda massage center for steam bath, and lunch, South Indian lunch, right? And then evening, Ooty Lake for sunset and boating. So you just state the place and the activities you did there or you're going to do there. And then you state at night, back to the hotel, and dinner, seafood, right? So we do not include unnecessary details like how did you feel about that, but we just write it simply: reached Ooty, checked in, Ayurveda massage center, and then the activity for steam bath, and then we had our lunch, so we just stayed the lunch, and in the evening we went to Ooty Lake. So Ooty Lake for sunset, the night dinner, seafood. So you just list the crisp and short information. Then 27th October, the next morning. So the next day was lunch, right? So because they started the day late. So lunch was at a restaurant, right? So lunch, coconut-based delicacies, and you can write the name of the restaurant. And then afternoon, shopping. So the morning was exhausted and relaxing at the hotel. So you can write relaxing at the hotel, and so on. And afternoon was lunch and shopping, right? So shopping, we can just write, instead of writing everything, every detail, spices, textiles, saris, we can just write shopping, simple, the mementos that we get from the place and the authentic things that we got from the place, right? So some tokens or some mementos from from your travel, right? So because you want to keep that memory, right? And after that, nothing was really planned. Next day, that means the day of 28th October, it was Pycra Botanical Garden, Pine Forest and Pycra Falls, right? And then headed back to the Coimbatore airport. So this was all about itinerary, right? And then night back home with a lot of wonderful memories. So like this, you create an itinerary. Mostly people create it before traveling so that they have a fair idea of what transport are they going to use and how they are going to use. But you can also read some travelogues and try creating the itineraries out of them so that you get a fair idea what to include in the itinerary and what not to. Itinerary is short and crisp information of the list of things that you're going to do and the things that you're going to experience there and the things that you're going to come back with. So that was all about itinerary writing. I hope for your next planned trip or a picnic, you're going to write an itinerary, or you can do so for even spending a day at the market. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us and wait for our next video lecture. Till then, keep revising.